microphone and get it over to you for questions. Over here on the left. Ready?
Jared, what were the biggest challenges of slowing down the triple option offense today?
Just how fast they move, man. You practice for it all week and practice for it, and you get scout team guys or second or whatever to try to replicate the look. And those guys do a great job, but the speed of it is just so much different, man. When you go out there and those guys are doing year-round, it's tough to get a good look at it, you know, until you actually get here.
At a certain point, you guys switched to look like 5 defensive linemen, a couple drives in. Did you feel like that made a big impact?
Yeah, it definitely helped us out a little bit, being able to do some more things and be as physical with those linemen as we would like to be. So it definitely it helped us out, but unfortunately it wasn't enough.
On the middle, Joe.
Is that an offense that after a while kind of wears you down a little bit?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Like I said, that was my first time playing a triple option, and if I had to play it again, I would, but I wouldn't hope for it, man. It's a different type of deal now. It's different, so I mean, it was fun and I enjoyed it, but it's definitely a different type of deal. It gets you, you know, you're always looking at your knees, looking in different directions, seeing where people are coming from. So it's definitely tough, and it take effect over time.
Was that why late in the game they kind of got going again and put a couple of drives together, just kind of wearing you guys down? Was fatigue a factor?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, man. I mean, they came out, they just tweaked a few things, and I don't know. We didn't get it stopped. You know, we didn't get the ball on the ground when we needed to. We missed tackles out on the edge. I mean, I'm not sure that that's what got it going. I think it was more or less just our deal, but it wasn't fatigue. You know, I don't think it was fatigue. I think we just didn't do what we were supposed to do.
Jared, what about their quarterback? You know, the way he executed. You know, he was the catalyst, obviously, as most quarterbacks are. But just the way he executes the triple option.
Yeah, he did a great job. You can tell that he's been running that for a little bit of time. He's very comfortable in it. He did a great job, and I mean, we made plays on him, and he made plays on us. But that's just a football game.
Carlos, what were the challenges of trying to protect against all the different blitzes they were throwing at you?
It was just one of those things where, you know, we don't really see those blitzes on like a day-to-day practices and things like that. So we just kind of had to prepare for it, you know, in 4 days. But you know, we just kind of came up short offensively. But yeah, we just don't really see that often. But they did a good job over there.
Was that the toughest part about getting the offense rolling, or is there something else you would point to today?
That was one of the parts, but it was, you know, a lot of different things. You know, guys catching the ball, you know, running the ball. So I wouldn't just pinpoint that one thing, but. Yeah.
I'll ask both of you guys. You know, we talked about the option, all that. That's one thing, but are they a physical ball? It seemed like they're very physical, you know, on both sides of the ball. Can you all talk about that?
You said, where could you?
Are they about how physical they are? You know, with their defense physical, then I'll ask their offense. You know, they seem to be physical.
Yeah, they're pretty physical, you know, team. You know, you can tell they've been in the weight room. I mean, but we've been in the weight room too, and
Yeah.
you know, we're also physical. But you know, it was just one of those things where it just kind of came up short. But yeah, they're definitely a pretty physical team though.
From a defensive standpoint, they did a great job. I mean, they were physical. I mean, but I feel like we were just as physical as well. So, I mean, yeah, in a way they were, but I feel like we were too up until a point.
We'll go to Greg and Joe.
Carlos, that first drive of the second half, you guys really got something going. What were the keys to that, and why couldn't you sort of replicate that the rest of the game?
Coming out of, like, you know, the locker room, you know, coach kind of lit a fire under us, and you know, started, you know, got us going with his, you know, halftime speech, and you know, offensively we kind of got into a role and did a lot of like fast-paced offenses, and kind of got them off balance, and they weren't able to like get in their places and, you know, make their fits. So I think that was good for us offensively.
Joe.
Carlos, you guys have played a couple of pretty good teams the last couple of weeks. Offensively, what do you learn from those two performances? I know it wasn't what you guys wanted, but what do you take away from those two ball games?
You know, just kind of, you know, you go back, watch the film, and you know, just see where you know you messed up at, you know, as an individual. I mean, because you know, it's, you know, places everywhere around the field where, you know, we got miscues and things like that. So you just kind of got to watch the film and try not to make those same mistakes over again.
Jared, you guys are now going to get ready for the start of conference. How do you kind of refocus and look ahead to that matchup? What do you see in front of you guys?
We'll watch the film and we'll put it behind us for sure. Put it in its proper place. I mean, we play well at times and we play down at times. We will acknowledge that, put it behind us, and look forward to our first conference game, because really up until this point it didn't really matter. I mean, you can go 0-3 and still win the conference, and that was our goal at the end of the day. It was never to go undefeated. I mean, of course that would have been nice, but our goal is to win a conference championship, go to a bowl game. So everything we want, everything we're trying to get to is still right in front of us. We'll put it in its place and we'll move on.
Take one more, Greg.
And Carlos, you guys were driving in the second half. You were down 10-7 at that point and then lost the ball on a fumble. How was that like for you guys on the sideline? Was that a deflating moment, or how did you all react to that?
Yeah, I think so. Just, kind of, we had the momentum going into it, and then that kind of was like a drive killer, and the momentum's like killer for like our team, like all together. But I mean, we still had a chance to go back out there and score. But I think that was a critical moment of the game for sure.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it, man.